So how's everyone today? Me, I just got done blowing some snow, and it gave me some time to think about snowbanks and change of season. So this weekend will be the end of February. March 1st is Monday. And the other day, I was out running some errands, and I went by an Amish school, probably 10 minutes from here. And the children are all outside playing, and they had this giant snow pile that was built up, probably 20 feet tall. And they were out at recess, and the boys were sliding down one side of it, and the girls had dug out an ice fort. And got me to thinking, when I was a boy, I grew up 70 minutes from here, down in a town called Sheboygan, Michigan, right on the Straits of Mackinac. And I was born and raised there, spent my first 18 years there. And in the wintertime, this time of year, it was absolutely the best time of year to build an ice fort. And you can see here in my driveway, my snowbanks are about 5.5 feet tall. And they've been piling up all winter, so the bottom part is all ice. And it's great to carve into. You can carve right into it, and you could build a whole condominium in there if you wanted to. And we just had a ball doing that, which also made me think about children today. You know, you don't see a lot of kids out here playing in the snow like when I was a kid. You know, we weren't allowed to sit there and watch TV, but there really wasn't any TV to speak of during the daytime. We only had a few channels. And so we had to go outside and play until we got cold, and we could come in the house, and we'd get kicked out of the house again. But we had nothing to do but play out in the woods and use our imaginations, building forts, snowshoeing, whatever it was. You know, we used our imagination and we had fun. And I wonder how many children today actually use their imagination and get out and play. Maybe that's what's wrong with our society today, with our younger generations, is that they grew up with this technology and video games and really never had to think and imagine things and figure out problems while they were children. Something to think about. The other thing is that, like I said, this weekend is the end of February. March 1st is Monday. And around in Michigan, you get distinctive seasons. So when you get sick of one season, there's another one that's about ready to start. And so this is a time of year where a lot of people are starting to think about spring. And March is a month where things start to change from the beginning to the end. Things start to warm up. In fact, you know, right now it's 5 above zero. It's 8 degrees below zero chill factor. We've got a beautiful sunny day, which, you know, over the last month, I could probably count the number of sunny days on one hand. But March will be a change, and we actually get an extra season from winter to spring, and it's called mud season. And in some areas, they call it breakup. But like next week, the temperatures are going to start to go up. They're going to be in the 20s and low 30s, and throughout the month, they'll gradually rise. Next month, the sap will start running in the trees. They'll start making maple syrup. The beginning of the month, you'll be cold, and by the end of the month, the snowmobile trails will close up. They'll put the gates back up. People get out their four-wheelers and side-by-sides and start running the woods on those. And by the end of April, you know, pretty much all these snowbanks will be melted down. And, you know, here, spring is May. And maybe we'll get an early spring this year in April, but there'll probably still be some snow around in April. But, and there's always going to be 1 or 2 more snowstorms. So my point being is, if you live up here, you still got time to get a couple more snowmobile rides in, do some ice fishing before you have to drag your shanty off the ice next month. Hey, maybe even want to go build a snow fort with your children, your grandkids. But enjoy what little winter we have left. And I hope your day is good. Leave me a comment. I'd appreciate it if you hit that like button and subscribe. And we'll talk to you soon.